everybody. How is everybody doing this wonderful day? So, the topic of today is trout. We're going to make some trout baits today. So it is that time of the year. We are past the first year. It is 2024. Hope everybody's year is starting out great. But it is here in West Virginia, it's time to do some trout fishing. Now, last week we got a ton of snow and some crazy weather and stuff like that. This week we're in the middle of like a seriously meltdown. So our rivers are blowed out for a while. But that is not going to stop us from stocking up on some trout baits. So today I pulled out these two molds, both from Epic Bait Molds. And I like them because they fit together, so I can put them both in the vise and actually shoot them both together. So the first one is one of my favorites, which is the 2-inch Crappie Slayer by Epic Bait Molds. A very awesome mold. There it is right there. I love this mold. I've shot lots of bait with this mold. I've caught fish on this mold and everything like that, or with those baits, whatever. So the other one, got to get the center plate out here so it doesn't fall into the floor there and bend up. But this is the 1.7 Epic WhipWad. I love this mold too. I have not caught any fish on this because I just got this not too long ago and stuff like that. But we're going to shoot some cool baits today. So we are going to do some laminates. On the first color, I'm going to show it to you here in just a minute. I want something that's really like sparkly, really going to catch their eye when it's floating down the stream. You know, mostly on the Crappie Slayer, I actually use like a float rig, and I just kind of put it like in some kind of current or maybe even rapids and float it down like through the current. The WhipWad, of course, whoa, don't fall apart there. The WhipWad, of course, I will actually put a jig head on it and actually cast it, and like, you know, it's a lure, you reel it back and stuff like that. So, but I'm going to show you what the color is here. I'm going to dig out all the gear we need to make this, make these baits, and let's get started. All right, everybody, so I got our 2 cups of plastic here. So we are using Dead On Plastic's worm blend for these smaller baits, and each cup has a cup of plastic in it. So let's start with the belly on this laminate. I'm going to start with a snow sheen belly. I'm going to do 20 drops. So 18, 19, and 20. 20 drops on that. Stir that in. See, still really nice and clear, but a lot of really tiny silvery flake in that. So I think I'm gonna put 1 drop of black, not black, sorry, correction, white. 1 drop of white. Boom. And there we go. That's gonna be our belly right there. Nice and pretty. I don't know if I want to put 1 more drop of white in there now. I'm gonna do 1 more drop, so 2 drops of white total. Boom. That did it. That did it. Still really clear. You can see through on the knife, but it has a, you can really see that snow sheen come out of there. Perfect. All right, so that is our belly color. Put that to the side. All right, now let's make our top here. So, hope this hasn't set up enough. Good, we're good. So I'm gonna get some 8-bit bait color here. I got the Royale with cheese. So I'll show you what it looks like right there. Check that out, cool. We're gonna do a 1/32 of a teaspoon of this. Maybe a little heaving, but not too much. And we're gonna put that in there. Sweet. That to the side. Go ahead and put this cap on. All right, we're gonna mix that in there. And look at that. See that? Sweet. Then we're gonna do 1 drop of black. Already shooking these up. 1 drop of black. I'm just here to catch it in case it wants to drip too. Boom. See, look at that, I caught it. 1 drop of black. And look at that. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Mostly a clear bait. Mostly a clear bait. Easy for me to say. All right, now we're gonna add some flake to it. So put this over there, put that over there. I am going to do 1/16 of a teaspoon of 0.015 of silver flake. There There we go. And then I'm going to do a eighth of a teaspoon on this Barney 0.040 from Dead On Plastic. Yep. Okay. Then I'm going to do a Blue Sky from Dead On Plastic. This one is 0.040 as well. All right. Let's mix that up and check that color out. There you go. Look at that. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted something to catch those trout's eyes while this is flowing through the water. So, all right, we got our colors made here. Let's reheat these and vacuum them and start shooting some baits. All right, let's shoot these. Let me get in here behind the camera here and get a good pull. Okay, we got this set up perfect. All right, here we go. Both temperatures were about 334. That one came out good. All right, let's put this over here. Put the leftover back in there. All right, we're gonna let them cool down for a few minutes. I'll show you what they look like. All right, he was ready to take a look at these. So let's look at the WhipWad first. Wow, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Something really sparkly. Check that out. See that? That came out looking great. I'm just going to pull one off because I got to get that bar out of there. Look at that. You see the 8-bit baits in there, the Royale with cheese on there. Yeah, that looks great. I'll take it. I will take it. All right, now for the Crappie Slayer. Looks like they're going to come out on this side, mostly. I'm just going to pull them out. Just going to pull them out. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's a good color. Check that out. They will definitely be seeing that floating down there. Oh, that came out looking great. Hope you guys can see all those different colors in there playing with each other. So, yeah. We'll take that. Sweet. All right, on to the next color. All right, let's make our second color. So another laminate, just like before, Dead On Plastics worm in a cup of plastics on each cup. So the bottom of this one's going to be Chartreuse. So I'm going to do like 30 drops of Chartreuse. So 1, 9, 40. So 40 drops of Chartreuse. I might have said 30 at the beginning of that. So there we go. 30 drops of Chartreuse. So that's easy. Bottom's done. Bottom's going to be Chartreuse. So let's switch sides here. The top, I'm going to use this Lure Works Green Pumpkin 156. I'm going to start with 10 drops. So 1, 9, 10. 10 drops. So it looks pretty thick in the cup, but as you can see on the knife, still pretty see-through. I'm going to go with 10 more. So 1, 8, 9, 10. Total of 20 drops for that one. And that's it. Still see-through, but that's how I want it right there. That's going to be good. Now time for our flake. So all of our flake is in 0.015. We're going to do black. We're going to do 1/16 of a teaspoon. There's the black. We're going to do golden holographic. Another teaspoon of that. Let me get it there. There. There's that one. Then we're going to put in some orange. All 1/16 of a teaspoon. All right. Let's mix that bad boy up and see what it looks like. Look at that. That came out perfect. These two colors right here are going to make an awesome laminate. So, all right, let's vacuum, cook, vacuum, and shoot. I'll be back. All right, let's shoot these. We got these both up in the temperatures of 333 and 335, which should laminate just perfect. All right, we're in there. Hold a little bit of pressure. Okay. Shooting this one. Hold a little bit of pressure. Good, we got him. Got him. Hopefully this is a really cool color. All right. Let's let them cool down for a little bit. Then we'll see what they look like. All right, let's take a look at this color. So, got the WhipWad here first. Let's take a look at it. They're gonna come out on this side. Oh yeah, those came out looking awesome. Yeah, that's a good color. I like that. I wanted something kind of natural. I think we found it. Let's take one off there real fast. Take a little look-see at it. What do you think? Chartreuse belly. Flake bled over a little bit. Nice. All right, let's take a look at these 2-inch Crappie Slayers. Here we go. Oh, they're not gonna come out very good. Here we go. Better. As I bumped the camera. So there's the bellies. Oh yeah, those look great. Yeah, those came out looking great. I think those will catch fish. Let's take one off there and check it out. What do you think? You guys like them? I like them. All right, everybody, so let's make this next color. So it's gonna be a laminate. Let's do the belly first on this one. I want to do a snow sheen belly with a bone. So let's do 20 drops of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 18, 19, 20. 20 drops of snow sheen. Stir that in just like we had in the last one. See, look at that. But this time we're going to use some bone. I'm going for a more natural look this time. So I'm going to do 10 drops of bone first. 1, 2, 9, 10. Let's see where that gets us. Look at that. That's a nice looking natural belly with a lot of snow sheen in it. Yes. Then I'm going to do a 1/16 teaspoon of 0.015 orange flake right here. That's it on that one. And this is going to be our belly. See, a nice natural looking belly. Sweet. All right, let's set this over to the side here, and now we're going to do the top. So I want to do a brown top with a lot of different stuff in it. So let me grab my rag here. Let's do 10 drops of brown. All right, there goes 1. 1, 2, 9, 10. Okay. Stir that in there. Okay, that's still pretty see-through. We're going to do another 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. I like that. Yes, I do like that. Then we're going to do a 1/32 teaspoon of this highlight gold in there. So let me get this around the camera here. There we go. Just add a little bit of gold highlight to it. Look at that. See all that swirling in there? And I haven't even mixed it all up yet. Let me get it in there really good. There we go. There we go. That's what we're looking for right there. Yes. And then I meant to swap these out. I'm going to put purple in it, not gold. We are going to do a 1/16 teaspoon of gold, 0.015. Okay. Then we're going to do a 1/16 teaspoon of teal. This one is in 0.040. Okay. And then we're going to do black in 0.040 on this one as well. I'm going to make this one a little heaving. There we go. So I think this is going to come out looking great. Yes. And there's our top color right there. That looks great. Just a little bit of black and a little bit of teal through it. A lot of purple and a lot of gold. Sweet. And that is going to be our colors right there. Let's heat these up, vacuum them, and start shooting them. All right, let's shoot these. I got these ones ready to go. They're at 334 degrees each. Turn this around. Almost did it backwards. Almost shot those backwards. Caught myself right there at the last minute. All right. Hopefully that's a good shoot. All right, let's let them cool down for a few minutes and then I'll show you what they look like. I'll be back. All right, who is ready to check these out? So we got the WhipWad here again. Oh yeah, that came out looking awesome. A nice natural looking color. Check that out. Let me pull one of these guys off. Put it close to the camera here. Yeah, I think putting that purple in there was a way to go. Those look great. Alright, now 2-inch Crappie Slayer. Let's see what you got, buddy. Bellies are coming out first. Now the bottoms look good. Let's take a look at that. Check those out. Those look great. Yeah, that's a really good looking natural color. Didn't mean to throw those like that. There we go. Look at that. I like that. That orange gave the belly a little bit of orange sheen to it. The brown with a little bit of gold in the top of it like that. And I believe the purple and the teal really bring out the color in that. Yeah, you can really see a lot of purple on that one. Yeah, that's cool. I like those. Sweet. Alright everybody, that is going to do it for this one. I appreciate you watching this video. Also, if you wouldn't mind, please hit that subscribe button. And if you already are subscribed, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And also tell me down in the comments which bait you thought looked the best. And before you go, let's take a look at these baits.